let's address the Hot Toys Ahsoka. This is the hot news off the press. This is the release that everyone has mostly been going pretty crazy about overall, because this body looks great. I will say that everyone's in. This is the one thing that unites collectors. Like Ahsoka's figure body looks
Ahsoka's
great.
silicone body. That's weird.
Yes, Ahsoka's silicone body is well done. Let's just not say it looks great. It's well done. It's made. It's manufactured and produced well, and the tailoring looks great. The head sculpt is a little bit more of the divisiveness. That's where the divisiveness comes in. Most people don't hate it. Some people don't love it. Somewhere in between. Optical, I want to start with you. I don't think I got to watch your preview video yet for this, but what do you think? Is this a miss or a hit for Hot Toys? Because the head sculpt's pretty much the prototype.
First and foremost, do not say we like her body.
We like her body.
Because you looked in the camera and then you licked it.
Yeah.
It's just like,
oh, was it? Okay. I like to issue a public apology. I'm so sorry.
That's what a female viewership has gone down.
They should went straight. Now it's down to 2%. So.
Outside of Lane being here all the time. But yes. I mean, the head sculpt, I think it's fine. Like, it's pretty much what the prototype is, in my opinion, right? Like, but even back then, the prototype, people were just like, oh, it doesn't look like her. It looks like her. PJ hates it. PJ hates everything anyway.
He does hate it, but he hated it then, to be fair.
He hated it then, so he's pretty consistent. I like it. You know, there's certain angles when you move the eyes to the right, to the side, and then you kind of tilt her. It kind of looks more like her. Let's just say it's not a 10 out of 10. If I have to score it, I would say maybe like an 8.5. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. I like this one better than the cartoon version. I already pre-ordered this. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna get it. But it's okay. It's not Ant-Man. It's not terrible. Now people are gonna be like, well, this is $300. It shouldn't be just okay. Well, you can have the other option, which is not to buy it either. That's always an option.
That's true.
Yeah.
Big fact.
Or wait for the next one. There's going to be a next one probably in 3-4 years. But for me, like, objectively speaking here, I think it's not terrible. It's also not spot on. So if you weren't happy with the prototype, then you probably wouldn't be happy here. So it's really up to you. But for me, I would still get it. I would get it. I think it's good enough for me for that price point to get it. Like, would it get lower? For sure. What doesn't get lower anyway? But I already pre-ordered it back then, so
yeah,
it's
that makes sense. I'm mostly with you, Optical, on this one. I would actually go a little bit lower. I might be a little bit harsher of a critic on this one, because the prototype originally, Optical, I remember we talked with this about PJ. We talked about it way back, so that shows how long ago this prototype was up for pre-order. Yeah, and at the time, I was like, yeah, it's pretty good. It's not great. Maybe our standards are too high. But over time, I guess, as we've gotten used to collecting, we've seen what Hot Toys can do. And we've seen even some in-art prototypes and stuff like that, and statues, whatever. But I would say this head sculpt is like I don't know, it's like a 7.5 to me. Like, it's okay. Like, I don't think it's terrible, but I look at it, and I know Kiko's upset, but I look at it, and I'm just like, it's okay. It's okay. But I really don't like it that much. And I honestly think the Loki's better. I think the Loki's better than this. So, and we're going to see how people feel about that. I'll post a poll. I'm sure most people are probably going to vote for Ahsoka, but I guess we'll find out. Kiko, how do you feel about this Ahsoka from Mando? Because this, I mean, as far as like the tailoring and the silicone body, it looks great. So what do you think about the head sculpt though? Is this a miss or is this a hit for Hot Toys?
So I don't understand where everyone gets off about, y'all complained about, no way on the Clone Wars Ahsoka. No way. I don't even know who that's supposed to be. No way, not getting that one. I'm just going to wait for the Mandalorian version. Okay, well, here's your Mandalorian version. So who do you think this is, for one? And if you don't mind, Will, could you do a little thing for me? Could you put up Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka and do a comparison so we can see just
I'm trying
kind
to find
of
a
what
photo,
it's looking like here? Because here's the issue, is that it's her. It is. And some people get so distracted because it doesn't look like animated Clone Wars cartoon Ahsoka. That's what people complained about when they first cast Rosario as this character. People haven't been happy with the way she looked ever since then. So this also goes back to last week when we had the pre-order up for all the J&D stuff and the Arwen. And, everyone complained about the prototype. And we got to get past this idea that things, they're going to improve upon the sculpt. I know they're going to improve on the sculpt because, like they said, is that we need to stop thinking that it's always going to be an improvement upon release. If you're looking right there, I think that looks pretty good. I mean, granted, the lighting's a little bit different. I Why'd you take it away?
Yeah, because dude, I got to find a better picture of Rosario to compare to this one.
Why? Because it looked too similar? Because you was proving
no,
my
no,
point?
because it looks so bad. It looks
no.
Dude,
I mean, that was an art version of her. That wasn't a real picture.
Right.
So I'll
exactly.
give you that. Fine.
It's because the sculpt. Yeah. Okay. I'll pull up a different.
But
I'll pull up
to
a
be fair,
movie still. Or
that's fine.
What's it called?
But what is it that people are so upset about this? And they're like, oh, I'm just going to wait, once again, 4 more years until I get the one with the longer. And that's actually, I think, there you go.
Yeah.
Is that not the same?
That's probably
picture.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty close. But
I mean, there it is. Okay.
There's the Hot Toys right
close.
there, right? Or no, maybe that's a poster. I don't know. I can't tell.
Who knows?
But with the hood on, you can't really tell. The body looks great.
That one looks like a Hot Toy.
So what is your issue? Is it in the eyes? Is it in the face paint? What is the issue here? So maybe if the people can let us know in the comments, what it looked like. People have been fan casting Rosario as Ahsoka since well before it ever came out. And the thing I like about this is that people complain so much. I can't even pose my Ahsoka because of the elbows. Well, there you go. Look, this is an improvement on that figure. So if this one still doesn't do it for you, then okay, just wait for another 3 years for another one to come out then, because I just don't understand everything is a problem nowadays. And that's getting tiring, to where we're just so disappointed every single time. But at the end of the day, we have to get it out of our heads that there's going to be an improvement on the prototype. Everyone says, I'll just wait. Yeah, they're going to refine it. We have to stop that, because I think the Iron Man was the anomaly. That's not going to be the tradition. Those are the rare instances to where you could not mess up an Iron Man figure, especially that Iron Man figure, the 85. So this is good. I'm excited. Mine's going to be here Monday. So what are we upset about? What are we upset about?
I think Kiko, I'm looking at the facial features and I'm trying to determine what the issue is. I think the nose is a little bit off to me. And when I'm looking at, I guess it depends on the eye location, the eye, how you're moving the eyeballs. But if it were not for the paint,
objectively, this is a good figure.
It's a figure, yes. As far as figure, yes. But as far as head sculpts, it's still a good head sculpt. Not saying it's a bad head sculpt, but is it Hot Toys top tier? I'm not so sure about that either. But I guess not every figure needs to be. I do understand that. But
you get a lot of wiggle room with painted faces, if you ask me.
Yeah,
and I think they did the job here.
Like if with makeup and stuff like Pennywise, Joker, Ahsoka, whatever, right? You have that type of luxury where a lot of it's covered, so the likeness doesn't have to be 100%, and it could still look pretty close. I do think this is going to look great on a shelf, though. I don't deny that, because you're not going to be looking at it with like a magnifying glass up close, like you are with blogger pics. You're going to be looking at it from a 5 to 7 feet or more distance, probably. And at that range, it's probably going to look beautiful on your shelf, especially if you pose it like this or something similar. But I just think when I look at the head sculpt, it's okay. It's okay. It's not bad.
You're entitled to that
it's good
opinion,
enough.
Will. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah, it's good enough. But
I want to call out Riley, saying that he didn't like my opinion. He didn't like my opinion last week about Shang-Chi, and now he doesn't like my opinion about this. Are we done? Am I washed up? Are my opinions no longer valid? Riley, what is happening?
Yeah,
I will not be joining Riley's rebellion after that.
Riley's rebellion. You should join Riley's rebellion, dude. But so Obstacle, you're picking this one up, right?
I am. Yeah. I mean, like I said, the other option is you got 2 options: not to pick it up or wait 4 years. Right. I feel like it's good enough, right? Like it's not.
I think it's good enough.
I think it's good enough, and there's no guarantee that the next Ahsoka is going to be spot on either. So you might be looking at another Wonder Woman. Like we have Wonder Woman from BVS, and then Justice League came out. It's like, all right, that's a little better, but it's still not that, right? So now you just wait. Now you just waited 4 years. And I mean, I guess if you are on the fence on this, if you could wait, maybe it'll go on sale. Maybe, if that makes you feel better about not getting this. But for me, if you ask me, like the eyes kind of, if you move it on the side, kind of looks like her depending on how the light hits it.
Right.
To me, like I don't, maybe I'm not even a big Ahsoka fan like PJ. So, but I feel like it's good enough that and I feel the same way with Loki. I'm not even the biggest Loki fan, but there are things where I'd be like, all right, it's not bad. Like, it was like, and I just want to say, it was like, you didn't pay for Inard, right? Kind of like, it was just like, it's like, it's been going on. It's been going on since the beginning of time. And I've seen worse. So it doesn't surprise me. Like with this notion where Kiko was saying, it's like, oh, it's going to get better. You can count in one hand what got better, like the Wasp.
Absolutely.
or Ray or Captain America. I mean but there's more. We always talk about is what do you expect? 5 to 10% downgrade, right? Like
Right.
from the proto to final. That's more likely to happen than it being better. With that being said, this looks like the prototype. So you can't complain. It was like, well, the prototype's so much better. No, it's not. So if you hate a prototype, you'd hate this. But with that being said, it's up to you. You can get the animated version. You can get this. You can wait 4 years or not buy it at all, or buy it.
Yeah,
Wait
and
till
if none of these work for you, just do that one, the sideshow version of the cartoon Ahsoka, and you guys can hate your life after that because you'll be like, I wish I had this one. I wish I had the real one. This one sucks. Oh, its head fell off. That's coming.
Its head
That's
fell
coming.
off.
So, I mean,
It got decapitated.
I'm excited about this figure. I think it looks great.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I'm probably still gonna get it, but we're gonna see. Because I'd still stand by my 7.5. I still stand by this is a, as figure goes, it looks like a great figure, like maybe like an 8.5.
But did you say this is better than Loki though?
No, I think Loki's better. Yeah, I think Loki's better.
Really?
Yeah, I think Loki head sculpt's better than this. Yeah.
Okay,
and I don't even think the Loki head sculpt is Loki with the helmet on. Loki with the helmet on. Loki with the helmet off. Okay, that's fair. But Loki with the helmet on,
I would say because this has purse, I would give the edge.
That's
to this.
fair. But the purse,
when
but
you
that,
move
I'm
the
talking about
eyes
likeness.
when you move the eyes in a different direction and you tilt the head, I think you can you almost see Rosario Dawson in there, like in some poses, not straight on, but yeah.
Right. Yeah, dude, absolutely. So, guys, this is actually low stock apparently on Sideshow. So I'll be interested to see how that shakes out. Yeah, and that's another thing, Kiko, which we'll talk about other figures about this. But it's another thing where again we really don't know what's going on. No one knows what's happening with Sideshow. No one knows whether they're being serious, whether they're playing games. So if you want this Ahsoka, you can find it.
We
right
finally hit. I know we're going to talk about it, I think, but we finally hit that moment where the figures that were waitlisted are officially released with that clone trooper. So we'll find out if that doesn't come back in stock, then we can start having that conversation. But this is officially the tipping point right now. So we're going to find out real soon if these are fake or not.
Well, I do love this pose. However, I would be very careful with those arms like this. So it's not really bent, but those shoulders would concern me. So this figure with those shoulders, I would just say everyone needs to use their best judgment. That's what I would say. So, and you guys are the posers more so than me, Optical and Kiko. You probably say the same, right? With the shoulders and such. Are you going to pose this pretty wildly or no?
Well, I'm going to be happy that it's a silicone body, so I want to see what it's going to do.
See?
I feel like it's taken care of the elbows. That was a big issue.
Yeah.
And she's not Spider-Man. You're not going to have to worry about doing something like that. But I don't see any issue with this. And, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, guess so. Well, guys, thank you for your thoughts on that one.